I can't be sombra, and I know you think I'm overly romantic, but you wouldn't believe the connection we had. Like immediately, I was ready for him to meet my mom.
Today's guest is definitely on a roll, celebrating her 4th Tony Award nomination, and just announced a brand new TV show hitting the airwaves this fall. Please welcome Laura Benanti.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
You're having a good week, a good month.
I am having a good month. Yeah, I am. It's really funny because May 4th, 2010, I got neck surgery, spinal surgery, my second one, and my pilot did not get picked up, and I did not get nominated for a Tony. And literally the following year, May 4th, 2011, were the Tony nominations that came out for this. I'm not in a neck brace. My mom's not giving me a sponge bath. It's very
So a
exciting
year
for
ago
me.
sucked, and
Yeah.
right now it's pretty
good. It's like
good.
what a difference a year makes. It really is a lesson in just kind of hang in there, and then things will work out for you.
Now, let me just explain. So
Yes.
you've been nominated for Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown,
Yep.
a show that left us months ago, but
I know.
you left an impression because you
thank
were
you.
hilarious
Thanks.
in the show. And you are going to be in the Playboy Club,
Yes.
a new NBC drama, which we'll talk more about because I'm really excited about it.
Me too.
This neck surgery, this has been like a huge...
Ugh, it has been a nightmare. I'm so glad that it's over. It's been literally since 2003, like a drawn-out saga since 2003.
7 years of your life.
And like my 20s, the best years of my life. When I really think about it, it makes me pissed. But it's okay. I'm fine now.
So you don't have
fine.
any pain anymore?
No, I mean, I have to go to physical therapy for like the rest of my life, and I have a giant scar on the back of my neck. But I kind of like the scar. I know it's weird, but I'm kind of into it.
And this all happened from during
Into the Woods. Yep.
I mean, it's been documented.
I
sort of.
mean, yeah, it's a lot. Words to the wise, never fall down a flight of stairs 8 times a week. As pretend. I don't understand. It's like, no, you're actually falling down the stairs. Of course, you're going to get hurt. Hello. I was 22. I didn't know anything.
Oh my God.
Now I'm so much wiser.
Well, we move on now.
Yes, exactly.
Now things are good.
It's so great. I'm really super grateful. And the Outer Critics Circle Award?
Yep.
I mean, come on now.
So Patti LuPone was here a couple weeks ago.
She was.
You two are like thick as thieves.
We are. We're like best pals.
Obviously, you met
So
doing
crazy.
doing
Yeah,
Gypsy. You both won Tony Awards. She
Yes.
was your mom.
Yes.
What is it about you two that, I mean, are you just like kindred spirits?
Oh, yeah. We're just kindred spirits, which is crazy town for me to say because I, was like a crazy musical theater freak growing up. And I would like get on top of my dresser, which had the best mirror in the house, and I would sing Evita, not sing, I would like lip sync Evita into the mirror. And now she's
You would lip sync Patti LuPone.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, my daughters, oh, my sons understand what I have done, and then fall off my mirror dead, like, when Evita
You're big
dies.
on falls.
Yeah, I was super, maybe then I should have been thinking about that. But yeah, so to be her friend now is very surreal for me. But she's so amazingly cool and funny and down to earth that I forget that she's Patti LuPone
Right.
and she's just my friend. She's amazing.
She said that when you guys were eating, that you were commiserating, like, oh, no one's going to remember our performances
Totally.
in Women on the Verge.
Yeah, well, we were just sad because we closed, I think, 2 or 3 weeks early. I can't remember. And,
Yeah.
And I think we were both feeling bummed that all that hard work was for naught. So when that happened, I was really excited. I really didn't expect it.
Women on the Verge was a very highly anticipated show. I mean, in the fall, it was like the #1 show
Yeah.
everybody was dying to see.
Yeah.
And it underwent a lot of changes during previews.
Literally, Saturday matinee. Ben Brantley came to see the show on a Saturday night. The Saturday matinee was the first time we ever did the show that he saw. So we had one matinee under our belt before he came to see it. Yeah, and I think we all know how that turned out. I know.
What was it like for you? Was it it's because I never heard much like drama backstage. It seemed like everybody was just sort of committed to making the show work.
For me, it was the most fun I've ever had because first of all, I wasn't in pain for the first time in a million years, so that was awesome. I've always wanted to work with Bart. That was great. I was with Patti, and I was getting to play somebody so silly. I'm very silly in life, and I feel like so often I'm like the heart of the show, I'm the center of the show, which is wonderful, and I'm happy to do that, but to get to just be a giant like jackass the entire time was so fun. It was amazing. It was so much fun for me.
You must have known that you were handed this brilliant song, Model Behavior.
It's one of the best songs I've ever sung.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the funniest thing in the show. It was this whole series of phone messages from your character. So you must have known, like, oh, this is a really juicy part.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I read the script and I listened to a demo of Yazbek actually singing it, which was hilarious. And I knew that I wanted to do it. So it was so fun. It was, every day was like just a new adventure and how I can make a bigger ass of myself, which I am really into.
So have you heard the CD? The CD's out now.
You know what? I don't like to listen to myself.
You don't?
I don't, because I feel like I sound like a chipmunk. I don't like to watch myself on camera, and I don't like to listen to myself.
Well, that's bad news, because you're about to star in this huge NBC show.
No, I know, but I'm not going to watch it.
You're not going to. Have you seen I watched the little trailer they have online.
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, because it was like quick little snippets. There was never a prolonged period of time for me to be like, why does my mouth do that? You know what I mean?
You look
really
very good on camera, by the way.
Oh,
you don't have
you.
very many concerns.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I guess everyone looks like an alien to themselves, because right now I'm not looking in a mirror and seeing what my face is doing. And
Right.
if I was, I probably would be like a lot stiffer than I am right now. So I don't know. I just think it's dangerous for me to get too self-conscious about what I look like and all that craziness.
Now, as you mentioned, you had a pilot last year with Patti LuPone,
With Patti,
right?
where she played my mom.
Which is crazy.
I know, for CBS.
Did you ever see the finished pilot?
Yeah, it was great. It was really great. Just CBS didn't have enough slots, and there was like other like super famous writers who had their projects, so it wasn't meant to be. I mean, I really do believe that most things happen for a reason. And
it must suck, though, to put all your sort of, and they really build it up. So the process is that you create this pilot, and then you wait for the upfronts, which just happened.
Right.
You're basically just waiting to see if the network is, and like, oh, on that date, I'm probably going to find out, and you're just sitting around.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would want to do it. You shoot the pilot, and then you have to wait for like 6 weeks, sometimes more, 2 months, to find out if it gets picked up. And then you're in the horrendous state of like, what's your time slot going to be? Where are you going to live? Is anyone going to watch it?
And will they promote it?
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, you just have to, for me, I just have to sort of let it go and just do my job. Because if I start sort of controlling the universe in that way, I'm going to go bananas.
So the Playboy Club pilot, it filmed in Chicago?
Yeah, filmed in Chicago. Right now, I think we're going to shoot in Chicago, but now they're talking about maybe LA, so who knows? I mean, I'd do it on Mars, so.
So you really love it?
I love it so much.
It looks pretty awesome.
I mean, I love to do like period stuff, so.
Are you a fan of Mad Men?
I'm a huge
Seems
fan
like a
of Mad Men.
natural comparison in a way, because of the period.
Yeah, definitely. It's 63.
With a little bit of Showgirls maybe thrown in?
Oh, hey now.
I'm just guessing there might be a little bit of Showgirls in the Playboy Club. And in that sense, you might be Gina Gershon from the trailer.
Okay.
Are you like what is your character in the Playboy?
Well, my character, she's the very first bunny. So
the first?
Yeah, she was the first bunny ever. And
like when they were opening the club, she was the first one?
Yeah, I mean, they only opened the club like a few years before our show takes place. So the club was relatively new. It's not like the very first bunny in like 1950 and we're, in 63. But yeah, she's the entertainer in the club and the first bunny, and has obviously like some sort of relationship with Hef. Hey.
And is this based on a real woman?
Yeah, Bonnie Jo Halpin was the first.
Oh, okay, I've heard of her. But this is not Playmate.
No,
because this is the Playboy Club.
This is the Playboy Club.
These are the girls that worked
different.
In the club.
Exactly.
With the bunny tails
on. Yes, with the bunny suits.
It has nothing to do with posing naked in the magazine.
Absolutely not. No, not even a little bit.
Right.
I don't know why I looked at
Your
both cameras
character,
for that. I really wanted to really be clear, everyone.
Your
I will not be
and
nude.
You have not ever posed for Playboy.
Never, and will never. Not that they'd want me.
So it's this club atmosphere, and she's sort of been there.
What I like about this character is you kind of don't know if she's good or bad. She's very complex, and she's really classy. Like I feel like Carolyn could have absolutely been like a Broadway star or a movie star, and she just sort of got stuck in Chicago in this club, and so she's going to elevate everybody to the level that she's at, or that she thinks that she's at. And
I know that you sang in the pilot.
Yeah, I sang 2 songs in the pilot, Chicago and Shaboom. Yeah.
Is that going to be a part of the character? So were they looking for someone who could sing for that part?
I think so. I mean, I certainly know they tested a lot of girls who were not primarily singers, but yeah, definitely part of it was needing to be able to sing, because I do perform. It's nice.
And you told me before that your husband, Steven Pasquale, is actually sort of in the pilot.
He's kind of in the pilot. Hugh Hefner does the voiceover, like the retrospective sort of voiceover, and then Steve does his voice when he's younger.
Okay.
So any scenes with Hef, with like the back of Hef's head, is Steve's voice. And then the voiceover is, the retrospective voiceover, like in the beginning, setting up the show, is Hef himself.
And I know that Hugh Hefner has endorsed the show.
Yeah, he loves it.
Have you met him?
No, but I think they're going to try to get a screening for us at the mansion. What?
You're going to go to the mansion?
I just want to see all the animals. I don't mean the girls. I mean the actual animals.
Stay out of the grotto.
I'm going to not go in that grotto. I do not want any of what's going on in there.
What was it fun to the period? I mean, the period stuff must be amazing. You look great in the trailer.
Thanks. It was really fun to be in those period costumes and the bunny costumes. And it's the first time ever in Hollywood that I've ever had them be like, don't get any skinnier. We really want you to be like, I was like, what? Because normally in Hollywood, they're like, can you not eat?
Right.
What about you eat air only? And you're like, okay. But in this, I mean, if they actually padded me, they gave me like tranny shorts that have like butt cheeks in them for my butt and my hips.
They added to your ass.
Yeah. It looks great. But then I had to take it off and I'd be like, meh, meh, just back to like my tiny white girl ass. Oh, well.
So do you think that's going to be part of your routine, putting on this fake
butt? Yep. Now everyone's going to know. They're going to see photos of me and they're going to be like, is that her real ass? Is she doing her own ass work?
Nancy has a fake ass.
No, it's real. This one's real. It's not as exciting, but the one in the bunny suit is fake.
So how's married life?
It's good. It's good. Steve's doing the Kushner play at the Public, so
right.
I never see him.
With the very long title.
It's like 16 hours long. It's the longest play in America. But it's so good. I can't believe they have to do it twice in one day.
Right.
And to his credit, I would be a nightmare. If I was doing that show, I would be the worst. I would divorce me if I were him. Because I would be exhausted. I would be bitchy. I would be emaciated. He literally comes home and he's like, hi. He's in the greatest mood. He's adorable. I don't know. I feel like he's not a human. I feel like he's a robot.
Now, this is your second marriage.
Yeah.
What?
Wow. All right.
Let's go there.
We're going to just bring that right up.
What's
okay.
working? Like, what works about you and Steven?
Oh, well, that threw me, Barbara Walters.
Sorry.
It's all right. No, it's good. No, I'm so happy to talk about it.
It's not like people don't know that.
No, I know. Yeah, my mom.
Well, now you're a TV star, so now you're open to a whole new line of questioning.
I'm just realizing that's going to happen.
This is just a test.
You're preparing me.
I'm getting you ready.
I know.
Yes.
It's awesome. Okay. My mom, when I told her I was marrying Steve, her response was, please don't become Elizabeth Taylor. Which, God bless her, I'm so sad that she died. But anyway, I think what works with me and Steve is that we can trust each other. That's a big deal for me, to feel like there's going to be no surprises. And there's just a mutual respect and admiration. And he's super funny. We laugh a lot. We're really silly together. It's nice for me to be able to laugh and joke with someone. But, I don't have any animosity towards Chris at all. He's a great guy, and he's a great dad. And he's actually engaged.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to an actress. So, I wish him only happiness.
Now, finishing down the Barbara Walters path.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to have kids with Steve?
I do. We go back and forth because I've always wanted to be a mom, but then now I really kind of love our life the way it is, and we can travel and pick up and go, and I can do a pilot and not know where it's going to shoot till the day before I get there, and all of that changes when you have kids. Steve has a daughter. He's got a 14-year-old daughter, so we already have those sort of issues right now of trying to figure out our lives in that way, but I think I want to be a mom. I feel like I'd be a fun mom. Or a nightmare. Either way. I guess we'll find out.
You seem a lot, I've known you a long time now.
Yeah, you've known me a long time.
I met you when you were doing Swing. It was actually the first time I interviewed you. And actually, you were one of the first interviews for Broadway.com.
Yeah.
Very, very early on. And you seem you're definitely a lot more settled. Obviously you were very young then.
Yeah.
You were just sort of shot out of the cannon in the Broadway world.
Yeah. 19 is super young to be sort of growing up in front of everybody. I feel like I definitely have had a life in front of everyone. So I know, I've definitely made mistakes and I've grown more into myself. And I was, it was scary. I moved, from my parents' house in New Jersey to like a studio apartment by myself. Right. There was nobody my age.
Yeah.
I was lonely. I think when I was younger, I felt like I had to prove that I deserved to be here and somehow be older. Like I feel younger now than I did then.
Do you think there are any misperceptions about you?
Oh, sure. I think some people think that I'm very serious. I think some people think I'm a flat out bitch. I have sort of like a bitchy face when in like my face at rest can look like a mean face.
Like in pictures?
No, because now I smile like a mother effer.
You're fighting
yeah,
that?
I'm like, ah! Now it's too much probably. I look like a nutcracker. But I can't do the pouty, sexy face that other girls do. I just look like I want to kill you. Like my pouty, sexy face looks like a murderer's face. But I think it's just I don't know what it is about
You show me your pouty, sexy face.
I don't even have one.
You can't be pouty and sexy.
No, like my face at rest seems mean. I mean, it does. Like I'll sometimes walk by I'll see my reflection in a window and I'm like, "Whoa, what am I so mad at? Why am I mad?" I mean, the amount of like homeless people who say to me on the street, like, "Smile." I'm like, well, okay, you're right. If a homeless person is telling you to smile, you should probably smile.
I don't know. I walk around New York. I see a lot of faces like that sometimes.
I know.
Everybody looks pissed
It's like
off.
a girl protecting yourself face. But I don't know. I guess maybe it's my sort of Eastern European bone structure. But I can look very serious. So I think some people think I'm serious. I know there's like a crazy rumor at one point that like my ex-boyfriend walked in on me sleeping with someone else. That never, ever happened.
I didn't hear that one.
Oh, it's a nightmare,
I hear those stories, but it's always, a woman walking out at a guy. And it's always like a gay thing.
I like that story.
Was there a gay slant?
There was no gay element to this story. But it is like a horrifying story that has been told for so many.
That you got walked in on.
Yes, which is...
Not true, people.
Not true. It's
Not
asinine.
true.
I would never, ever do something like that. It's just gross. And so that's a bummer. What else do I think people think about me?
Well, I know because of all the neck surgery stuff.
Oh, tons of that shit. Ooh, am I allowed to say that?
You can say it.
All right. Yeah, tons of that. Like I would just miss shows because I felt like it. Like really what I want to be doing is laying on the ground in my house hysterically crying because I can't move my head. But I get it. I really do get that people, when they come to the theater, they want to see who's in the show. And I get it. And look, hey, if I could have been there, I would have been there. Right. Not only is it awful because I love what I do, but it's financially a nightmare because you get docked pay. And then you have people on the internet saying you're a horrible person. So, you know what? I think in a way that, not that I would ever want to have, had such a major neck injury, but I do think that going through that experience also has helped me. I feel like having an experience where so many people turned on me in a way was a blessing because I had to release it. I had to release being perfect. I had to release the idea that everybody's going to love you because they're not. And I think it allowed me to be more myself because honestly, if I thought about what people are saying about me in a chat room or whatever, I would go insane. I'd be crazier than I am. That's pretty crazy.
Well, you can't listen to all that.
No, you can't.
Nonsense.
You can't. But I get it. At the same time, I feel like I'm glad there's chat rooms. I'm glad that people care enough about Broadway to chat about it. I'm glad that people care enough about Broadway to hate me. Thank you, chat rooms.
The statement of the day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously.
I went back and I wanted to watch your first Tony acceptance speech. First of many, I'm sure, but the first, which is on YouTube. And it was adorable to watch again, but it was also very sweet with all the Arthur Laurents interaction. And, obviously we just lost Arthur. And he has such a sort of checkered image, in the industry. People say mean things about him and nice things. And so I thought it'd be kind of interesting to ask you sort of how you feel about his passing and your experience with him.
I mean, I was devastated at his passing. I knew he was 93, so I intellectually must understand that he was not going to live forever, but I thought he was going to live forever.
Right.
I really did. I loved him. Look, he could be terrifying. We had really big fights, but at the end of the day, I love him, and I know that he loved me, and he was very supportive. He really helped me shift my acting. He helped me become more comfortable in myself, and that I had enough going on inside. I didn't have to show people what I was feeling. I could just feel it, and they would know. He broke some really bad habits that I had acquired over the years, and again, in trying to be perfect. So I'll forever be grateful to him for that. He really shifted the way that I act. And then on a personal level, he was so supportive of me, and loving to me, and very generous, and, I'm really, really sad that he's gone.
Yeah. But that video it's great. It's great to have that out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so thrilled to see you win. You had this great moment together.
Yeah.
On national TV.
Yeah, and he stood up. I thought it wasn't easy at 91 years old.
I know, you said you're standing.
That's not easy. That's true.
So you're going to the Tonys.
Yep.
as a nominee,
Yes,
fourth
my
time.
fourth time, yeah.
Excited about the big night?
I am really excited. I'm so
Obviously, you don't have to do a show. There's no pressure.
No, I mean normally you wake up at like the ass crack of dawn.
Right.
You rehearse.
Yeah.
Then you do your show. Then you frantically like try to take down your crazy stage makeup, and then
Right.
still end up looking a little bit crazy at the Tonys. And you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And so this year it's so nice. I'm gonna have a croissant. I'm gonna have a leisurely morning, and go to the Tonys with my hubby.
Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank
It's
you,
so great to
Paul.
have
It's
you.
so great to talk to you.
I'm rooting for you.
Yay! Thanks. I appreciate
Wonderful.
it. Yay.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.